Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video we're going to be looking at some Mars creatures and Mars cards, and I think this is going to be really funny because I had the idea, because I can never pronounce these cards, to put them in to Google Translate and see how it pronounces it, so that we can see if it's just me or if it's not just me and it's in fact even the internet. So the way we're gonna do this is I'm going to try and pronounce it myself, and then I'm gonna put it into Google Translate to try and pronounce it, and then from there I'm gonna try and do some explaining about the card and what it can do and what fun cards we have, because some of these cards are from the new set that's coming out, Winds of Exchange. So to start it off, we have this Mars creature called Nautilixian. I think I'm gonna go with that, and we're gonna see what Google Translate has to say about it. Okay, real quick, before I give away what it sounds like on Google Translate, I want to point out the fact that it auto-detected Chinese, so that just proves that these Mars cards are way wacky with their spelling. So anyway, here we go.
Nautilixian.
Huh? You're telling me that's what they got out of this? Is Nautilixian? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong, but man, that does not sound right to me. But anyway, this is a new Winds of Exchange Mars card that reads, "It cannot be used unless you have used one or more friendly Mars creatures this turn. Each friendly pilot creature cannot be dealt damage or destroyed." This is a really helpful card, and I think this is going to be used a lot, especially since it has 4 armor, so it's already protected pretty well. So while being powerful, it also makes other cards pretty much invincible. Moving on to our second creature, we have Glylix Weaponsmith. I'm going to go with that, and let's see what Google Translate has to say about it.
Glylix Weaponsmith.
So it doesn't seem like I did too bad on this one. However, I do specifically just want to talk about this card specifically because it enhances 2 damage pips and a draw card pip. So if you have this card multiple times, because it's considered a common card, so I think this card will be really helpful if you have multiple in your deck. Moving on, we have Yixlix Mesmerist, maybe?
Yxlix Mesmerist.
Okay, thank goodness this card is one that not even Google Translate can pronounce, because it honestly just gave up. So this is the last of the KeyForge Winds of Exchange Mars stuff that we're gonna do, but I do think it's also a good card. Reading action: a creature captures 1 ember from its own side, and this can be good and can be bad, because technically speaking, if your opponent has creatures out, then this card will be really good. But if you're the only person who has creatures out, then it's not going to go very good for you, but at least it's just an action. So it's not like reaping where you might do it every turn. So moving on to some of the classic Mars creatures that we had back all the way in Call of the Archons, we're going to start off with a creature named Blippip. I don't know. That's what I'm going to go with.
Blypip.
I really don't know about this one. I mean, that just kind of proves that our English language is a little whack, because I said Blippip and it said Blypip. So shouldn't it just choose one? So it would either be Blypipe or Blippip. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. this is a pretty cool, classic, simple card that basically just makes it so that when you play your next Mars creature, it is ready, so you can reap with it or use its action ability or whatever. So this is pretty cool, and it's also very helpful that it's a reap effect and not like a play effect, because then you can continuously use it. Next up, we have probably the hardest one in my opinion, Quixlix Plague Master. I have no idea, to be honest.
Quixlix Plague Master.
So, like I said, I'm doing this before I click on the Google Translate version, so I had no idea I would be this close, and so I'm pretty proud of that one. So, this card reads, Fight Reap. Deal 3 damage to each human creature. This damage cannot be prevented by armor. This is very helpful, especially because it's a Fight Reap effect. So, this can be super helpful, especially if you have some cards that do have armor, because it's not prevented by armor. Moving on to our second to last, Zizix the Many.
Zizix the Many.
Once again, that was surprisingly close. So, anyway, so this card reads, Fight Reap. You may reveal a creature from your hand. If you do, archive it, and this card gets 3+1 power counters. This is a really cool ability, especially because it's an option and you archive it, not destroy it. Moving on to our last card, we have Ixili Marauder. I don't know.
Ixili Marauder.
I don't know, close enough. But before you leave, I actually have one more that I thought would be really funny to do. So, real quick, this card is a good card because it gets +1 power for each ember on it, and when you play, you capture 1 ember for each friendly ready Mars creature. So, if you have a lot of friendly ready Mars creatures, then your creature is going to have a lot of power. So, I had the funny idea of including 2 Logos cards, Kurzap, and this other card, Zzz. I really don't know how to pronounce that second one, but for now, we're just going to start with Kurzap, because it should be simple enough, but I'm not sure with the amount of Z's that are in there.
Kurzap.
Yo guys, look at this new card that I found called Kurzap. Don't you love it? Oh boy. I think we have this one better than Google Translate. But seriously, I think this is a good card because it's a very simple card that just is destroy each non-mutant creature, gain 1 chain. It's very simple board wipe, however you do gain a chain, but chains aren't that much if you only have 1 or 2. Moving on to our final card, and I don't even know how to pronounce this.
Zenzi Zenzik.
Not sure how I feel about this Zenzi Zenzik card, but anyway. It reads, while this card is in the center of your battle line, refill your hand to 2 additional cards during your draw card step. So, in a way, it's like Daughter, which lets you draw 1 additional card, but has specifications to it. And I know I haven't done one in a while, but I'm going to go with this one for the card of the day, because there weren't too many amazing cards. But this card is definitely helpful if you can pull it off and have it in the center. So, that's going to be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I sure did. This was very interesting to see what Google Translate had to say about these cards, and there's no hate on these cards. I really enjoy these cards being out there, and I really want to continue to see these funny names. But I do think it's really funny when you're opening a deck and you're naming all the cards and then you get to a card like the last one we talked about So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I thank you all for watching, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.